All right, we're rolling again for the second time. Had some technical difficulties there.
You guys
and
missed
we're
gold.
It
was.
How are we gonna redo all that?
It was kind of like Tenacious D, like the greatest song of all time. This is just a tribute, guys. This is just a tribute. This is not the greatest podcast in the world. This is the tribute right here.
Yeah, some technical difficulties.
You know, we talked about it.
Anyway, summed up. Mike's married. We had a good time at the wedding.
It's all out there somewhere. It's recorded. It's
divorced
bouncing
yet.
off waves somewhere, right? Yeah.
So we're back.
Tony tripped to the Ozarks. I got married. It all happened. We ate tons of food, got drunk, and now we're here to break down the best card of the worst probably card we're gonna see in a while. But we've been spoiled with good cards, so we can go over a shitty one where there is some spots that should be interesting. Starting with the main event, Rafael Fiziev versus Rafael Dos Anjos, the lightweight. Who's the best Raf, right?
Well, I'm going with Dos Anjos.
They should have. You know how The Rock gave the BMF belt? Have Raphael from the fucking Ninja Turtles give them something. A red fucking bandana or some shit. Come on.
Rafael, 2 angels?
Yeah, 2 angels. He's Diamond 1.
Or is that 2 garlics? What's peppers? I don't know. It's Anjo.
I don't know. Okay, that's Portuguese, so I don't even really know.
Similar to Spanish.
Yeah. Not that similar. But anyway, Dos Anjos, the veteran, been there, done that, faced the best in the division. 2 divisions, right?
Tough, hard to finish. He's fought the best of the best in both
divisions.
Lightweight and welterweight.
And we got Fiziev, who's on the way up, who is trying to prove he is one of those best fighters. This is like traditional MMA here, right? It's like going back to UFC 5. We have striking versus grappling, with Fiziev being an elite striker on the feet, the head coach of Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket. He had the battle with Brad Riddell where he showed, I am the real coach, you move on, go to City Kickboxing, where you at, versus Dos Anjos, who is the grappling machine, takedown after takedown, chain wrestling, and just a fucking blanket on top, right?
I would like this more for Fiziev if it was 3 rounds.
Definitely would advantage him, but we don't know what 5 rounds is. And he has been training for this fight for 5 rounds for a long time. Like, it's been going, like, this fight's supposed to happen back like in February, wasn't it? It was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
The first time this got booked, and then it got moved. It was supposed to go to pay-per-view and be in a car. He's been training for a 5-round fight with fucking Dos Anjos for a long time. So, has his cardio got up there? We're going to find out. But we know Dos Anjos can go 5 rounds. And he can wrestle for 5 rounds.
It's either Dos Anjos finishes him late, or it's a 48-47 on Dos Anjos for me. Unless Fiziev knocks him out in the first couple rounds.
This could get real fucking ugly and be a 50-45 though too. Where if he gets like we were saying in the last version of this episode, if Fiziev starts getting Dos Anjos in trouble, Dos Anjos can shoot, and it's not like Dos Anjos can't handle himself on the feet. He can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Fiziev's a better striker, but Dos Anjos can fucking strike. If he gets in trouble though, he can go ahead and take this fight to the mat. If Fiziev gets in trouble on the ground, I don't think he can get out. I don't know if he can get off the floor.
And other
from
than
like
Moicano, has Fiziev one punch knocked out somebody?
Not that I know of, and not in the UFC, I don't think.
It's been more volume stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe early, but that doesn't really, it counts, but like,
Yeah.
those early fights, you fucking, yeah, Moicano was early.
Wheel kick.
Decision, body
He's been
kick,
knocked
head
out.
Kick punches.
I'm telling you, people want to sleep on RDA. He's
Rear naked choke. So he does got some grappling chops, huh? Everyone can do a rear naked choke, you know. But
Flying knee in his first fight.
the motherfucker could strike. Like, he is the elite striker. So anytime you hear any kind of knockout by him, I'm not shocked. But the only thing that's holding me back from just like going all in on Dos Anjos is the age. At some point, that engine breaks down.
But he's well rounded everywhere. Yeah, he's old, but
I mean, I'm gonna say Rafael Dos Anjos wins this fight by decision. Maybe a late finish, like you said, but I don't think that Fiziev is dead in the water by any means.
No.
And if
he's the favorite for a reason.
And you know, it only takes one. He does have that power. He has the ability to knock out Dos Anjos. It's happened. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened before. It's gonna be a fun main event. I'm in for it. It's been
Dos
long
Anjos
awaited.
almost has 4 times the amount of fights.
Yeah, I mean, he's great. He's a fucking Hall of Famer. Dos Anjos is a Hall of Famer.
All right, this is a fun fight too.
It's another fun fight. One of the few good fights in the card. There's a bunch of fucking duds that we're gonna go through coming up soon, but this is not one of them. Chow, again, the free spirit should be his nickname. You fucking tattooed it on your throat, like you are that dedicated to that. And I'm all for bad tattoos. Don't get me wrong, but man.
But also interesting, he has that other side of him where he's super smart.
Yeah, the
He's got
fucking
PhD
the
and
fighting
some shit.
nerds.
Yeah.
The favorite in this fight,
Pretty
well-rounded, but I mean, he butters his bread down there on the mat. Like if he gets this fight to the ground, I think he's going to be a huge advantage over Armin Petrosyan, the superhero in this world.
Superhero in our
4
world.
inches shorter, but has 4 inches.
Well, it's a trade-off.
He's got a wide back. He's got means he has.
I'm a foot shorter than a lot of people, but you know what?
I'm average in the pants.
That's right.
Armin Petrosyan, more striking. Again, he likes to highlight head kick knockout. He had a good test for this fight versus RoboCop his last round, but when his grappling was tested, RoboCop was super effective, and he really had no answer for it. He was able to avoid it, with enough to get a close decision. I don't know how he got that decision. I thought RoboCop won that fight, but because I think it was a tight fight. But the only one that ever looked dominant was fucking Gregory Rodriguez when he had that fucking backpack on him. But I think that Chao Barrio gets this fight down early and often, and I honestly think he ends it pretty quick in the sub.
I think he'll end it late if he ends it. Round 3, because I think Armin's going to be more game.
So where does the argument semantics here? When does it happen, right?
Yeah, when does it happen?
I just think if he gets them down early and they're dry, it does not come back up. But Chao's got to watch in this division. Middleweight needs young contenders, right? We need the young middleweights, and he looks like he's right there. Kind of like a young Andre Muniz.
And Paulo Costa a little bit.
A little bit of both. Column A, column B. Saeed, you might recognize that last name, right? Nurmagomedov. I'm going to say it 7 different ways before the shit's over. Little
Nurmagomedov.
Khabib's name versus Douglas Silva de Andrade at bantamweight 135. Again, we got the up-and-comer and Saeed trying to make a name. There's no step up in competition for him, right? Versus the fucking wily vet who just won't go away. Yeah,
his 4 losses are to some of the best too.
Yeah, and he's tough. And I mean, what's his name? Lerone Murphy couldn't finish him, and he's a fucking finisher. He's coming off 2 finished victories, a sub and a knockout. Just beat Morozov, who won. The wedding card, right? He won that.
You might say he's close to like a bantamweight RDA in ways.
But that's going to lead right to what I'm saying next. I have backed the old dog in the main event, and I have I'm a little bit ageist when it comes to MMA. When you start sniffing that 40 years old, when we went to high school together, I start thinking, you know what? It may be time to kind of hang these things up. And you got the young, hungry. Now, unlike his last name suggests, he's way more of a stand-up fighter.
He likes to fight at distance. Yeah, long strikes.
He's like the other.
But he can wrestle if he needs it.
He's more like the one that's in Bellator.
Who did he lose to? Was it Trevin Giles? Who knocked him out?
I don't know.
No, he lost a decision to Homie. Did he beat Giles? Or did he fight Giles? I'm thinking of somebody else.
He's got 2 losses.
I'm thinking of Timur Valiev. I always get the fucking those.
You racist motherfucker.
No, it's xenophobic.
Yeah,
it's not racist, and you rub off on me.
I don't rub off on anybody except for my wife, man.
No, that mustache.
Oh man, yeah, I think Saeed gets this done probably by decision. Andrade's tough to get out of there. He's a gamer. He's well-rounded all around, and I think that Saeed gets himself a decision in that fight.
Fight of the night.
This is it. The battle
Best fight of the year.
For the worst heavyweight on earth. I mean, this would fit in right on Bellator undercard.
How is this on so high on the list? And we've got to watch the best fight first.
There's only one other guy that could fit in this picture, and that'd be Harry Hunsucker. He's the only other guy that could be in this match. You got Jared Vandera, who is supposedly a black belt. It's there. It's somewhere in his life. It did not show
but
up.
He's asking what Alexei did to him.
Yeah.
You're a black belt.
Yeah, versus Alexei Olenek. But Chase Sherman, he is knockout early or bust, right? And we definitely saw
he's bust.
Versus Jake Collier, who I got a new respect for Jake Collier. The man can fight. The guy
he just keeps getting screwed.
I think he beat Arlovsky. I think he was going on.
And he beat Philippe.
Right, but he has to someone other that. But when that fight hit the mat, Chase Sherman had no fucking idea what a key lock was, what was happening to him, and he got subbed fucking pretty quick. And I think Vandera, at the very least, is going to pressure this thing, keep it tight, probably fight in the clinch, maybe get the steady mat and end the fight.
That's how it should go.
But heavyweight MMA.
The fight IQ on these guys.
Heavyweight MMA is a lot like, especially low heavyweight MMA, is a lot like women's MMA. The low level people, that underdog is where you usually want to lean because it only takes one.
It's gonna be fun though.
It only takes one, and Sherman can knock out Vandera and put him to sleep. It could happen. I think Vandera gets it done. He has more pass and he's more active of a fighter because there's no way Sherman gets a decision. He has 0% chance of winning a decision.
No way.
Fun one again, Michael. What could have been the menace Johnson
The
well-rounded.
best worst fighter ever, or worst best fighter ever.
Worst best fighter ever. Yeah, worst best fighter. I'll say because this
Worst best
motherfucker is
fighter.
talented.
Mm-hmm.
He is well-rounded. Wrestling. Got
Starts
power.
with a wrestling base, but end up
His
finding it.
left hand is
like
fucking
boxing.
powerful.
But he has simple boxing.
The
you know?
man
He makes
who
it work.
rocked Khabib. The one man that had
The
fucking
one that finished Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier. He lost to Gaethje or did he beat Gaethje?
He lost to Gaethje. I think he might have beat Ferguson though. Did he beat Ferguson?
Johnson's got some big fucking scalps on under his fucking belt. It's been a long time. He's getting up there in age. Oh, he beat the GOAT.
He beat the GOAT.
He beat the GOAT, Artem Lobov, Andre Fili, Dustin Poirier, knocked out Dustin
Got a
Poirier.
canceled bout with Ferguson. They never fought.
Edson Barbosa, Melvin Gillard,
Wow.
Tyson Tebow, the man who
Lozon.
actually beat Khabib. Joe, there's your boy Lozon. Tony beat Tony Ferguson
Oh, he
by
did?
decision.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 'cause they were both on the Ultimate Fighter together, weren't they?
I don't know if there was it on Ultimate Fighter?
Caceres there.
No, I'm saying
He
they were both.
He lost to Brookins.
No, but I'm saying they were both in the same house. They're in the same.
Maybe.
It was the Brock versus Dos Santos, I think.
Season 12.
But anyway, again, the guy's been around the block, coming off a win against Alan Patrick,
James Krause.
which is,
Yeah,
I mean-
there's not a lot of stock in that one.
but it was
He
a
looked good.
fucking he slept him.
It gives him the confidence to keep going. You know?
But we're going against a fucking madman in JB Malarkey.
Malarkey's going to push forward. He's one of those. Is he from Australia?
Yes.
He's like one of those rough,
Yeah,
rough house
fucking-
Aussies.
yeah.
Rough house Aussies, whatever you call them.
Probably played fucking rugby growing up.
I think Malarkey's going to pressure him. He's going to finish.
That
Maybe in
should
round
happen,
2.
especially too because Patrick did kind of rock Johnson at one point too. But if Malarkey comes in there wild, he's coming off a knockout. If that fucking left hits fucking the button, he's going out.
That's Malarkey.
I go Malarkey too. But I'm playing some Michael Johnson in DraftKings. Believe that. Believe that.
Here comes Mike's favorite fight of the night.
Oh man, two women that want to go to work as much as I do.
That's what it seems like. One mentally quits on the stool.
Well, you know what? I mean, Nina Nunes has made her pass. She's getting up there in age. She's she got right. She obviously had a baby recently.
She's moving on in life with
She's
other
coaching
things.
a little bit more,
Yeah.
so she has a little bit more of an excuse. But again, you're wondering how committed are they versus Cynthia Calvillo, who kind of rose up really quick, thought she was a prospect, and then she fell in love with her fucking hands and forgot her roots.
Moves up to 125. Thinks she's going to dominate.
Right, and doesn't the quits on the stool. Was it against KGB? She quit on the stool. Fucking Andrade blitzed her ass and fucking put her out.
Yep.
And what was the other loss before that? Chukagian, was it?
I'll tell you here. Andrade.
No, I got to know that
Chukagian,
one.
I think, yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
losing the decision to
You've had
Chukagian.
2 finishes.
That's
in
kind of a
women.
rite of passage, right? Lose decision to Chukagian at featherweight.
You don't see a lot of stand-up finishes in women's MMA, so
Yeah.
How-
It was a flurry. It was a fucking flurry. I mean, Andrade, she fucking finished, what's her name, Limos in a fucking stand-up triangle, so you can't.
yeah, that was crazy.
She's a fucking different beast. she fucking broke. She's the one that beat
She stepped in
Chukagian.
for somebody, didn't she?
What?
She's fighting somebody. She stepped in.
Yeah, who is it? No, we gotta look that up in a second. Jessica Andrade. But anyway, if Calvillo goes back to her wrestling roots, Nina Nunes, her one weakness is her wrestling. She has more of a boxing background, has good hands. If Cynthia Calvillo wants to play around the feet, she hasn't learned her fucking lesson. She's gonna lose this fight by decision. If she goes in there and grapples with her, I think at the very least she gets a decision win. But she also might be able to tap Nina Nunes. We saw it with Mackenzie Dern, right? She kind of went to the mat and said, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of wilt away underneath this pressure.
I don't know. I don't care. I'll probably be using the bathroom, and it's women's MMA, so give me Nina Nunes the underdog.
I'm gonna lean Calvillo, say she gets it done. It's another tough fight to call coming up next.
Yeah, what's the hobby are we going to see? It's so hard to tell.
Ayman Sabi, the younger brother of the great coach Faraz Sabi, who's not very active, so it's tough to get a read on him. How's he feeling? How's he progressing? What's he doing? Versus pretty Ricky Tercios from the Ultimate Fighter, super active, nonstop,
Tough,
ball of energy,
wild.
tough, wild. Again, his
Go,
fight
go, go.
against Brady Heisen in that his debut, it's a tough finale, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a fucking, people fucking like to put that Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner, which was a great fight. That one was up there. It's a different type of great fight, but that was an amazing fight. Again, he's going to come shoot, spam takedowns and elbows, and he's going to try to fucking end this fight versus a guy who you can't get a read on. Now, Tercios does kind of block punches with his face. Like, he's more offense, zero defense. He should win. He's younger. He's more explosive. He's more in the fight game. Again, he's active. But Zahabi just fucking knocked out Draco.
Yeah.
He just put Draco to sleep his last fight. So he can find that fucking button.
He can pop.
And
He can
put
sneak
you
in
to
an
bed. And
overhand
again,
right or
his
something.
brother is one of the best MMA coaches in the world. So he's learning from the best. So I
Star
think Ricky Tercios wins this fight. But again, I'm playing both sides in DraftKings.
Give me Tercios.
I'm playing both sides in DraftKings, though.
Volumes him up.
I think so, too.
Here we go. I think this is where we made it to last time. It was
I'm glad we're competing on Saturday.
Nobody wanted
so
to
I'm
hear
not
it.
rushing to get
That's
back
why
to
it
this
shut
shit.
down.
I actually got shit to do. We got a lot to do on this Saturday, actually. But anyway, we got the other Shevchenko, La Pantera. What's the bullet there? Antonina Shevchenko versus Courtney Cast Iron Casey, 10-9. Is there any more, women's MMA record than 10-9?
19 and 13 combined. Oh, not terrible.
She's fighting in Lima, Peru. What the fuck?
Yeah, they lived there for a while. They can speak Spanish and shit.
But your gym's Tiger Muay Thai.
Yeah, I don't know.
They speak like 9 languages.
Yeah.
They're fucking spies. Let's be honest. She's the fucking pilot. She's Laura Croft, and you got fucking Black Widow is fucking Antonina. Or no, Valentina. But anyway, both these chicks have a kickboxing background. The path to beating Antonina Shevchenko is getting on her hips, take her down, and put her on her back. You do that, you'll win the fight. Courtney Casey does not have a history of wrestling. I don't know if she's good. If she's smart, she'll go and do that. That'll be her game plan. Mm-hmm. But she does like the kickbox. And if you're gonna point and you do a point striking fight, I like Antonina in that fight.
I hope she doesn't try to sit there and stand in front of Antonina. If she's smart, she'll grapple her.
Yeah, and if she does that, I think
we'll
she
see.
should win.
I think we'll see it.
Antonina does have good takedown defense. Again, she knows people are hip to that, trying to take her down. I think that Antonina wins by decision.
Give me Casey.
This is another fun one right here.
Listen, I'm going with Cody Brundage.
So am I. Trayson Gore, Mr. Vicious, young and he's 3-1. Right. The guy is 3-1. He's
favorite
fighting
to win the show.
And he had his chance to rectify that. He fought Brian Battle, and this is gonna be a similar fate to what we're seeing right here.
And Brundage got heart.
He's got heart, but also he can be knocked the fuck out.
He can.
Trayshawn Gore does have fucking power in his
But
hand.
I think he
finds
can
the
dodge
button.
it. I think he can dodge the big
Trayshawn's
power.
afraid to pull the trigger. If he can pull the trigger.
There you go. I'm all with that.
Yeah.
That breakdown there. Brundage, his last fight, he won that submission against Dalcha Lumbuglia, Dalcha champion.
Was beat before
He
that.
was getting beat and fucking. Was he trying to? What did Dalcha to shoot in on him? Did a takedown or was it try to jump a gilly or some shit?
Well, he couldn't finish him. He was hitting him hard, and then he
Tried to take him down
was
or
getting
something.
tired and tried to shoot.
And then he caught
And
him
he got caught
in a guillotine. Brundage wrestling background. I think he's going to win more minutes. He has a better chance of winning the decision. He has that sub. He got to do a ground and pound. But Trayshawn Gore does have that fucking equalizer in his hands as well. It's just an experience edge, too. I think Cody Brundage wins this fight, too.
Give me Brundage.
I think he probably finishes this fight. 3-1, you should not be in the UFC.
Yeah.
You should be fucking getting seasoning out there. You shouldn't be seasoning yourself in the UFC.
So
David
did this one just get
Hey,
added?
I don't know, but I'm in on David Onama anytime he fights. David Onama versus, I don't even know who Garrett Armfield is. I honestly don't know shit about this guy. But I know David Onama is a bad motherfucker.
He lost his debut, right? He's like, well, you need to
Was
see
it Grant
me.
Dawson?
I don't know who it was, but I remember him saying in his interview, I need
a
to
short
beat my
notice.
Mason Jones. He's like, you got to see me at my normal weight class. And he proves it against Benitez.
Knocked him fucking out cold.
Yeah.
Standing Tico. He is a bad motherfucker.
Mowgli.
Fighting James Krause?
Don't underestimate Garrett. He's number 1 in Missouri. Okay.
Yeah, that's your neck of the woods.
That's 2 states.
Look,
There's got to be a combined 30,000 people
I
in
could have
both.
done his tattoo on his chest for half the price.
I don't know.
I could have done that. I could have done that for half the price.
Hillcliff FC. Isn't that
A fucking drink.
protein bar,
A
isn't it?
sports drink.
No, it's a sports drink.
Yeah, fucking Joe Rogan's got his own flavor. It's like jalapeno
Where
pineapple.
did they find
or
this
some
guy
shit.
from?
Then that's actually the drink too. That's the fucking Henry
Hoof?
Hooft?
Is it a striking coach?
at
Robbie Lawler. Those are all ATT guys.
Iron Michael Chandler, Derek Brunson.
That's Sanford. That's Sanford.
They changed their name?
Maybe okay.
There's some beasts here. What's going on?
Johnson?
That's Sanford MMA. Gilbert Burns, Sato,
Fialho?
Ruthless. That's sad. They must have changed their name. Yeah, Deerfield Beach, Florida. That's Sanford MMA has a new name. That's what that is. It must have just changed,
I was about to say, those are all savages.
and that's all the Sanford guys. And Henry Hoof's always been Sanford too.
So where's this fight taking place at? Featherweight? Okay, so
Dude,
Anfield's coming
fucking
up.
Damon Onama's gonna sleep this motherfucker. Watch out, featherweights. David Onama's coming, and you ain't gonna finish him. Was it Mason Jones? Mason Jones beat the
Where's
piss out of
Mason
him.
at? I want to see him fight.
He's fucking recovering from that Onama win. That was a fucking beating that he probably broke his hands. Onama would not go out, came back. That was a great performance, and that's like as good as you could do in a debut loss,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I think he sleeps the old boy really quick.
Yeah, this is probably another fun, sloppy, low level. fight. Is this at light heavyweight?
Look, Kennedy,
Yeah.
Kennedy, and Nujek, whatever. I'm going to call him Kennedy. Kennedy versus Carl Roberson.
Savage.
Afro Samurai.
I don't think it sounds good me saying African Savage, though, right?
Sure
Like,
does.
this doesn't look right. A man of my complexion saying African Savage does not play well in 2022, my friend. Versus Baby K, Carl Roberson, who is a fucking peculiar MMA case, right? He's a guy who
Potential.
is a kickboxing background,
Yeah.
but all his success has been grappling. Like, he doesn't do good when he stands up.
How's he gonna come off that loss to who did he lose to?
Which one?
The one to Roundtree. Roundtree fucked
Beat
him
the
up, didn't
piss out of, kicked him right in the body kick.
Yeah.
I think his last 3 are finished losses. Yeah, submission to Brendan Allen, Vittori submission. Like, I mean,
he? Well, I don't think Kennedy's gonna grapple him.
but Kennedy is a fucking freak in nature with his
And
measurables.
Kennedy's gonna be bigger, yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
way
he-
bigger.
He's a 9, almost a 9-inch. I think it's the longest reach ever, right? Is that longer than Jones' 83?
84, isn't he?
I know it's up there though. He's got freakish dimensions.
Man,
Stuff you can't teach, you can't train for. Now Kennedy doesn't really do much though. That's the
Yeah.
problem with him. He
He
doesn't.
knocked out Olberg. What else has he done?
And that's because Olberg gassed himself out.
Yeah, and got
we learned
knocked
that.
out. Danilo Marquez.
He lost him.
He beat him.
He beat him.
He lost to Nega Moreno and
That's not good either.
somebody else.
That's not good losses. This is a
Don
fucking tough
Jung.
fight to call. I'm gonna Talion Jung's no joke though.
Yeah, I'm leaning Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Just because he's bigger.
Yep. I was gonna say immeasurable stuff you can't
'Cause
teach.
didn't Roberson used to fight middleweight?
I think he did. Yeah. He don't fight much though.
This is a fun fight.
Why is this card, the fight, not in the main card?
Yeah, this is a fun fight.
The fights they have up there in the mid, they have Jared Vandera and fucking Chase Sherman on the main card. When this is going to be possibly the fight of the fucking night.
Both these guys are going to be in top 15.
You got
eventually.
Sayud Kakramanov, who just has one fight in the UFC, but he debuted short notice and beat, was it Trevin Jones?
I think he subbed him.
Yeah, but he beat the piss out of him and subbed him late.
Yep.
He was beating him from pillar to post. And Ronnie Lawrence, the Heat is a great name for that man.
this
The
one-
Heat does not stop. You talk about cardio, you talk about gas. This guy averages 9 takedowns landed.
He beat the dude that's fighting Onama.
Beat the piss out of him, I bet, too, right?
Decision, unanimous.
He probably fucking had about 15
LFA.
takedowns. Probably about 15 takedowns in that fight, too.
Man, this is a hard one. I can see like it getting wild and Kakramanov snatching up some kind of sub or something, but I think Ronnie Lawrence is going to win.
Yeah, I do, too. And I think he's just going to be spamming those fucking takedowns nonstop.
Jiu-jitsu's good.
And
Scrambles
that,
are good.
And that damn gas tank does not falter, right? Saeed, again, he looked good for 3 rounds. I think he has solid gas as well, but Ronnie Lawrence is something else.
Yeah.
His-
It's a good fight.
I'm going Ronnie Lawrence by decision
Give me
in that
Lawrence.
one.
Yeah.
And it should be a fun way to kick out the fucking night.
Well, who's our lock,
Lock
in
of the
the
night,
main card?
Jared
here?
Vandera.
Whoa.
Make it fun.
Oof. I am going to go with Cao Chao Barajo versus Armin Petrosian. I think that's the guy I'm most confident on that card. I mean, man, you got fucking grapefruits out there. Should he get stung in the balls when in the Ozarks? Holy shit, man! But Jared Vandera, I have guys who's backed him many times too. Like I'm always like,
I know you
I'm-
like Vandera. When he
man-
first debuted, you were like so high on this guy. I was like, what?
Cause
Who'd you haven't
tough
beaten? I was
dude.
like,
No, Spivak.
oh yeah.
Spivak beat the piss out of him.
Like, what are you watching?
And that's when I was like, okay.
What are you watching?
What do you mean? What are you watching? I before
You thought he was
that,
gonna beat Spivak though.
because he came out, he fucking beat the fuck out of the guy in the contender series. Vandera looked good coming out of the contender series, but Spivak fucking stomped that out real fucking quick, and we found out what he was.
Fucking Spivak.
All right, let's move into this weekend MMA
Where's
news.
the drama?
Boom, boom, boom. Always.
Here it is.
There it is.
Chandler
Company
offers to
man.
fight
Yeah, why not?
Makachev.
The company man.
Chandler, he's not ever in a boring fight, so.
He was gonna fight in the fucking crowd with Dustin at UFC. Was it
Nah,
272?
They staged that shit. They staged it.
I mean, I'm all for it. We kind of talked about this a little before we started rolling the camera, right? Technically, Charles Oliveira is not the champion. Now, you can say what you want about that, but it's a fucking fact. Charles Oliveira wants to fight one person and one person only, and that's Conor McGregor.
And he's not even, lying about why.
Right, and
He's
I'm all
being
for
honest.
it.
Yeah, I'm
Get
all
your
for it.
motherfucking money. So go and do that.
Especially him. He's been in this game for so long. He'll probably make more off that one fight than all the other
Right,
ones.
go do that. Go get that fucking money. Let these two guys win their title, and then after your Conor fight, you can come back and get him because he's gonna beat Conor fucking McGregor.
Yeah, I just don't. The problem is, I don't think Connor takes that fight because he's going to lose. He
I don't
knows
think Conor
he's
gives a
gonna
fuck
lose.
about wins and losses. I think Conor knows.
wouldn't
Conor
surprised
does
if
not
Conor-
do well against fucking people.
No,
who
I don't
could
think
choke
Conor
him.
gives a fuck
Yeah.
about winning or losing anymore.
Maybe not.
I don't think he comes back.
No, he's coming back. He's coming. But I did hear that he was just starting to throw kicks.
They said 2023.
Yeah, he was just starting to throw kicks, so that leg's not healed up yet properly. But and then I go for it. I mean, Charles Oliveira can come back, especially if these guys are ready to go. Everybody wins. Like Chandler gets that shot against Makhachev. He always wanted Khabib. Only thing is, if Chandler knocks out Makhachev, I bet he calls out Khabib, and I would.
Well, I think
I
it goes,
fucking
I
would.
think it goes either way. I think because even Oliveira said it, if he subs Makhachev, he's calling out Khabib.
That's what you do. Like, that's the way you get Khabib out. He's
says,
like,
"Quit
Khabib-
talking."
It might be at heavyweight with the way Khabib's walking around.
They say he's big.
You see him next to fucking the Hall of Fame with DC. It's hard to distinguish the two. They look like they're training
And
partners
that
now.
tiramisu,
Man,
unlimited.
but that's what I'm calling out. But Makhachev gets that title opportunity he wants, and fuck Beneil Dariush.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
him.
they're talking about maybe Gamrot Dariush.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see what else we got here. Felice
I don't
Herring
understand.
signs with bare knuckles.
Why would you
fighting
quit UFC?
following
Yeah, and then
retirement?
go to
Is she getting that? Mike?
where you're not the best at. You're not the best boxer.
And everyone says like the money. I don't think she's gonna make that much more money at bare knuckle than she would in the UFC. Maybe somebody else with a name.
I mean, probably she will because she wasn't making any money.
she's
in
been
the
in the UFC for a
She
long
can
time, so
only
I
go
guarantee
up.
she's probably getting at least 20 to show. I'm not
yeah, but she
guaranteeing
never
she's gonna
climbed
make.
super high in the rankings. So
But she's just been here a long time. Look at the fucking money that Sam Alvey would get, like just for showing up. Like she was getting decent money for the UFC. And who's gonna buy a bare knuckle pay per view because Felice Herring's on it?
nobody.
Is she gonna headline
They
one?
probably could barely sell it
I
with
mean,
page
she's
range.
got to do show up, smash. a
And
couple
remember,
people,
all
and
this
then-
grass is greener stuff. Fucking Logan Paul still has not got paid by Floyd Mayweather. So just because they say they're gonna pay you this fucking money doesn't mean you're gonna get that goddamn money. The grass ain't always
What's the
fucking
reason
greener.
behind that? Why hasn't he got paid?
Floyd fucking chasing him. He was talking about it on the Flagrant podcast about how he just doesn't got his paid and whatever. It's interesting. I mean, Floyd's a fucking shyster. You're gonna become a billionaire by not fucking people over. That's how you get that title. But I mean, this is strange for me. But whatever, do your thing. You want to get beat up? Maybe she thinks the competition's easier.
I don't know, extend her career by
Yeah.
a few years. You know,
I,
I mean,
I
what
think
else
she
is
could have hung
gonna
out in
do?
the UFC for at least 3-4 more years and got some checks.
Yeah.
She never would have been much in it, but she's not gonna do what's a bare knuckle. I mean, go for it. I mean, maybe she just wanted a challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
She's bored already.
Yeah. She's like, wait, I hate this retirement shit. And Dana's like, yeah, sorry, we're fooled.
Well, I guess we haven't mentioned Cowboy.
I wish you would have told me
retirement.
this before the fight.
I don't want to talk about this. It's too
I
sad.
mean, it's good. I don't have to lose money on Cowboy Cerrone anymore. You know, I don't have to see him fall further from grace. Yeah. He was winning that fight, though, before he lost it. He was winning the fight. But drink up here in the front row and have bellies of day. I can't see my own
Well,
dick.
we were talking about this.
That's what I'm looking for. Look at this body, because the last time you ever look at it this way, I'm turning the corner and never looking back. I'm all for it. Cowboy the fuck up. DMT staged.
Said he wants to be a movie
skydive.
star.
Yeah, he already doing that movie with fucking. But he's like moving for like the
Gina?
Daily Wire
With what's her name?
with Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
He's playing a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, he did his the guy who was always one step away from elite. Right.
He probably
He'd climb, fight all the way to the top, and then his head games would drop him
one of my
down.
favorite fighters.
From back in the WEC days, one of my favorite rivalries early WEC was him and Benson Henderson. Go back and watch those fights.
Him
They're
and what's
both
his name
young.
too? Jamie Varner was good.
But those Henderson fights, I remember at one point he put Henderson in a sick ass fucking arm bar, and I thought Henderson was going to tap for sure, but then
People
he
like
got
to
out,
highlight his knockouts, but dude's a sick grappler.
man, one of the best. He tapped RDA.
Yeah.
He tapped RDA in the grappling match. He lost to Selecki. He lost to, of course, fucking what's his name, Craig Jones. But that's what
all
happens.
Craig Jones does.
That's what
Grapple.
happens. But yeah, great career. I think you'll see him probably grappling still. I don't think he's gonna be fat. That's an exaggeration. I think you'll see him at more grappling competitions.
Train some up and comers.
He's got the ranch. He has fighters come out there.
Yeah,
right?
but I think you're gonna see him like do more of those like fight to wins and all shit like that. Those who's number one, all those kind of those big grappling competitions. I could see him popping up in those from time to time. Oh, what's his name? Chaels, Submission Underground, another one. But yeah, great career. I mean, I love Cowboy
Starting a
Cerrone.
podcast.
I mean, he's fucking controversial. His views on things, but hey, fuck
he's
it.
got some stuff.
He's from the
Under the
fucking
rug.
old school fucking. He's the cowboy for real. When the MMA was underground and barely making money to do it, he was in there scrapping. So hopefully he has enough money saved up and he's he's happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Good for him.
Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah,
Fight
it's
of the
all
night
this.
last
Who-
week.
So who the fuck are this is like the full sentence of Nelk Boys, right?
I don't know who these guys are, but
The Nelk Boys are so fucking. They got Trump on their podcast.
do they?
They had a Donald Trump podcast with the Nelk Boys. They're always at UFC events. I don't fucking know who these people are, and I pretty stay up on my podcast. I listen to a lot of different fucking podcasts, watch the different podcasts on YouTube, and I don't know where the fuck these guys came from. But I think Full Send is their podcast.
Yeah.
I could be
So
wrong.
who's the guy he slapped?
The reporter guy?
And he basically talks shit or some shit on a
Right.
podcast.
He was like, "You're here to see Sean O'Malley, aren't you?" And then he's like, half slaps the mic here in a second, and then full slaps him in the face.
Stalked him.
And then
Diaz don't give a fuck.
so,
I just love the back. Nobody batted a fucking eye.
Yeah, nobody
broke their stride. This chick's going wherever
There's
she's
nothing
gotta fucking
unusual
go.
happening over
like
here.
that is Nate Diaz at a UFC event. That's the 15th guy. Oh, can we get Nate Diaz versus Will Smith? And this is slap fight. And this is slap boxing. Look at this fucking-
Sean.
Hold on. Give me some of these.
We know what's in Jody's
Mike-
closet.
gonna buy some.
Oh, what is this
Coda
from? Kodo said, I am 50% off? I'll rock every one of those fucking shirts every day of the fucking week. Ah, man, I wish I was work approved. I'd wear that shit as I fucking coach people. So got distracted.
America.
America.
They got
I lo-
screenshots of him getting slapped
Staged?
at a Fat Lion.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Look, I don't think it's staged.
He's
right?
got a little half smirk on his
I
No.
think these boys know exactly what's going to happen when they came across Nate Diaz. So they put themselves in that place for Nate to make that happen.
Yeah, they ruffled
I
the
think
feathers.
they wanted that to happen.
Well, they probably didn't want to get slapped, but he probably
I
thought,
think he
like, I'll
did.
get Nate to say, you're a piece of shit. or
I think Nate's going to slap you.
Maybe.
Like, that's what he does. And I think, I could take a slap. The fucking hits, we're talking about it, right? It's gonna.
Right.
Everyone's talking about this shit. It's worth the slap. I'll take a slap in the
Well,
fucking
listen,
face.
at least he
If
didn't
we get
press
that many hits
charges.
on this video right now, Nate, you can come slap me in the fucking face. Let's do it. Fuck you, Nate Diaz.
But what, so what,
All right, let's do it. I'll
it
get that
doesn't
slap.
matter. So my thought was like the guy just stood there and took it. I mean, I know
What's
it's
he
Nate
gonna
Diaz,
do?
and Nate Diaz will beat his ass. But I kind of feel like if Nate Diaz slapped me, like I'm shoving him, I'm doing something.
Which is also why I think that's why he wanted it. He was happy when the heck he's smiling.
Right.
So he's like, "This is what I want. I got my gold. This is what I was looking for. I got the reaction, and now everyone's gonna talk about this shit." So again, it was a stunt. I don't think it was staged, but it was definitely a stunt. I'm gonna take this fucking hit to the face and we get all this pub off this shit.
Yeah.
Right. So, Mike, you're backstage. Nate Diaz slaps you. Do you like rush him to take him down? Do you?
Oh, I'm fucking shooting a double on him right away, right away.
Oh, so you're a wrestler now.
I wonder what the reach is between, because Nate's a fucking tall dude. He's got some long arms.
He don't look like he's that much taller than that guy.
Yeah.
Though.
Right. All right.
He's at least 5'10", 5'11",
Yeah.
right?
I would. Who, Nate?
Yeah.
I feel like
thought he
he's
was
at
6'1".
least be
That's what I'm
6
saying.
foot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I said at least.
All right. This did not look like much of an eye poke when I
Sergio
looked at
Pettis
it.
posted a video of the close-up, and you can see that finger go in, and his reaction looks genuine. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely looks genuine. Look at that. I mean, and then Pedro Munoz is fucking tough. Like,
Yeah.
he's tough to be finished. He's been in fights, wars with great fighters. I hated this. This crushed me in DraftKings. This broke my shit, because I had a lot of this fight on both sides. Right, and I was kind of hoping Pedro would win, because even though I'm the biggest fucking Sean O'Malley mark, that would have fucking helped me a lot in DraftKings. Because a lot of people
Look,
I paid him for this.
I'm not one of those people that does not want to see Sean O'Malley succeed. I do want to see him succeed. He
Against
he
guys like
losing,
this.
Yeah, he was losing the first round. This unfortunate incident happened. And it sucks so much that Sean O'Malley himself and all his, super fanboys have pushed it to this limit where he has to go and get a doctor's proof to say, hey, this is fucking legit.
Yeah, I don't think it's Sean O'Malley's people. I think that's just the MMA fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
That is a you know.
Well, I mean, we all saw the slow motion replay, and it did not. I mean, we've all seen
I mean, he poked him
way
in the eye.
worse pokes, and guys just, all right, give me a minute, and then I'll be fine. And it felt like Pedro like called it off right away, kind of vibe.
The doctors called it off, right?
Well, because he was like, I can't see. You know, Bisping fought with one eye.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, but it's not like Pedro has a fucking history of fucking backing down, or he's been in there again wars with the greats. He was just sitting there where fucking Dominic Cruz was beating the piss out of him, and he didn't back down in that fight, right? Dominic Cruz was beating the fuck out of him.
You got to give him the benefit.
Yeah, like
But we'll see what
Jimmy
happens
Rivera.
next fight,
That
right?
fight was a fucking war. You know, when they went at it. I mean, he's been so tight. I don't see.
I don't know.
it
They're
backing
gonna
up.
run it back.
You think so?
I think they'll run it back.
I don't know.
It was close. It was competitive.
Let's see what Bryce.
That might be why they don't run it back.
Thug Nasty talking about fighting Cejudo. I don't know if you guys saw Cejudo talking shit to O'Malley backstage.
Been talking shit for years. He don't even pluck his own ducks. I got my greens, Jocko reinforcements. Got all these goddamn conspiracies
I'm out
happening.
here on the front lines.
I'll fight.
Is he misspelling shit on
I'll
purpose
fight
now?
since he wants to fight so bad. He's been sitting on his couch talking shit for years now. All right,
Fight.
I'll fight. Fucking the pride and joy of fucking Arcan Dangerous.
But it's clear that Cejudo's Cringe King character has urged.
Can you imagine if he becomes a UFC champion?
Oh, it could happen.
The shit he's gonna
It could fucking
Say
I
happen.
hope it does.
say on the
happen.
mic.
It could happen.
I hope it does. And so does he beat Cejudo? I mean,
Yes.
Cejudo's been out for a long
Yes.
time.
He's
but
a lot
Cejudo's
bigger
a
too.
beast.
He's a lot bigger than Henry Cejudo.
Evelev urgently calls out Bryce Mitchell. That's a good fight.
There we go. That's a fucking war right there, and I think the winner should get a fucking championship opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm give me more Bryce Mitchell all you want.
Everybody's
Bryce
going after
Mitchell is one of the
Cejudo.
reasons why I don't think Volkanovski should be jumping out to lightweight just yet.
Yeah.
First off, lightweight's got a lot of shit to sort out that we talked about earlier. You got this fucking Ortega Yair fight. If Yair Rodriguez beats Ortega, he should fight fucking Volkanovski. If Ortega wins, I don't really want to see that again. No. But Arnold Allen's hanging out down there. You got Bryce Mitchell. And there's another one. Evelev's up there.
Don't you put Bryce with Holloway first or something like that? Like, does Bryce automatically going to get up to that Volkanovski spot?
No, he needs one more fight. But if he fights Movsar Evelev and beats
I
Evelev,
think give like Mitchell Cater or something.
that's another one. Like, yeah. I think Bryce is one more fight, but also think that I think before
You got
Bryce would
Emmett.
be Arnold Allen too. Emmett's another guy. So there's a lot of people at featherweight that Volkanovski does to get through.
I think if Volkanovski jumps up and goes super fight, I mean that's going to be a while before that happens.
But he hasn't cleaned out the division. That's all I'm saying. Like, you are great, and you have established. I am Max Holloway.
I just don't see anyone beating him right now, at least in that division. I think he needs to go up.
No, there's a bunch of guys that he has not fought that are really, really good fighters in that division.
I
That
mean, are
division
they
is
better
packed.
than?
I think Arnold Allen's a
They're
tricky.
different. Like Yair Rodriguez is gonna throw weird shit at you that you won't see fucking coming. Like, if you don't see it coming, you can get knocked the fuck out. Arlen Allen's
Korean
young,
Zombie,
hungry.
Ortega, Holloway. Are they better than all three of those guys?
Zombie for sure.
Zombie for sure. Yeah, he's
Zombie
probably
for
the-
sure.
they're
Josh
probably
Emmett.
better than Zombie.
Josh Emmett probably gets beat fucking pretty handily. Because he's going to come at Volkanovski and play his game, and Volkanovski should win that fight. But Yair Rodriguez is a fucking weird.
He's just a wild man.
He's a wild, throws weird shit that you don't see coming. As Zombie. Zombie was beating him, and all of a sudden that
When's the
elbow came
last
out of
time
nowhere.
Volk got beat?
Fucking as a welterweight in the independent scene. That's how long it's been. He was a welterweight at that time. He got knocked out by some guys at welterweight. I mean, he's great. Right now, he's the greatest featherweight of all time. And I love fucking Max Holloway, right? I picked Holloway for all those fights. And Aldo I loved. But Volkanovski just proved on Saturday he's the best featherweight there's ever been.
Yeah.
But there's still guys in that division that you could still solidify. He's not like Izzy who's doing laps. Izzy's doing laps right now. Usman's doing laps right now. He's not lapping anybody. He's
I
just
mean,
been
who
fight-
would you put him up against in lightweight first fight?
Dustin Poirier.
I think he
Not
smashes
straight to a
Poirier.
title?
No.
I think he smashes Poirier. Give him the Connor fight. I think he smashes Connor.
No, he smashes Connor probably. Dude, I think all 7 of these guys beat him. And maybe even Matuis Gamrot. He'll beat Ferguson.
Beat Volkanovski.
Yeah.
I think Chandler and Volk would be a fun fight.
Armin will be
Yeah,
trouble
that'd
for
be
him,
fun.
too.
Yeah.
Gaethje would be a fun
This
fight.
motherfucker, too. Don't sleep on Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
That guy is a problem.
He's just huge.
He's fucking 6'3" in the lightweight division and can crack and he can sub. Again, that's how you're going up. He went down to 145 for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could give him Yair, right?
When Max was running roughshod on 145, he went up to lightweight and Poirier fucked him up. So I mean, There's weight classes for reasons.
I don't know who's going to have Bryce fight Giga. What is Bryce ranked? He was outside of the top.
Giga
10,
would be a
right?
fun fucking fight for him.
He's 9.
Yeah, Giga or
Yep.
Zombie.
Giga Zombie. Yeah. Allen fights Cater.
Yeah. But yeah.
Or Allen Emmett for the title shot.
What's Holloway
too.
do next? He can't beat fucking Volkanovski.
I don't think he can ever fight Volkanovski again.
No.
I don't
How
think
do
he
you
does.
sell
But
that?
what does
Unless
he
he
do?
wins for 5 straight years and like, they're still there. But if somebody does knock off Volkanovski, I mean, I would give him the
Or
loser.
Holloway Allen.
Max Holloway should fight the loser of Ortega and Yair.
Again.
It's a rematch, but that's right where they're at, right?
Or Holloway Allen. Get a jump.
And that could happen too. That
And
makes
then
sense,
give
too.
Cater to Mitchell. Giga Zombie.
Yeah. Is Zombie still going to fight though?
And Emmett gets the.
Although Evelev, Bryce Mitchell makes a lot of sense. They're 9-10.
Yeah.
Both coming off wins against ranked opponents.
I mean, I'm glad I don't have that
but
job.
Ilya Taporia is fucking hanging
Yeah.
out down there too. That featherweight division has some contenders still.
Yeah.
Well,
He ain't
all
lapping
right.
people yet.
Let's keep rolling here.
He's great. The greatest featherweight of all time. One of the pound for pound, he's up there 1 or 2 with Usman now.
Oh, for sure.
He earned it. He passed up my boy Izzy. And I love Izzy Adesanya. He's on the pound for pound. I'm putting him above Izzy.
I think so, for sure. It's just dominating in such an
Yeah.
aggressive way. Apparently, Jones' response to Francis Ngannou comes after Francis Ngannou comes to Izzy's defense.
What happened
Defense
here?
about what?
I don't know.
My shirts.
Since Jones been sitting back and talking shit, Izzy have defended his title at least 5 times. Well done, champ. I mean, he's got a
that's
point
not-
there.
and that's not that fucking bad.
Yeah.
Look, Francis, over there defending defending
Oh, 'cause
Elsa.
he had
He kept
tips?
he kept saying, "I'll freeze you like Elsa." He kept saying that a
Oh.
lot. Izzy.
I could take off 2 more years, and you guys' work combined won't match what I've done in that octagon.
I mean, John Jones could retire today if
Yeah.
he considered the GOAT.
I mean, he might. Is there any talk of him getting back in the
Stipe.
ring anything?
Him and Stipe is the rumor out there.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to set up.
Who is Batman's gone, right? Batman's fighting gone. Batman was like kind of
Batman's
reaching
fighting
out the
Gone.
bone. And he's put his DMs out there.
Oh yeah, he wants
Talk about his
to
beer.
block him or something?
Yeah, about asking him if he wants some of his beer, whatever. I mean, Jones is so fragile when it comes to Twitter.
Pedro Munoz. has
Anything
some threats.
about him he wants. If anybody else gets credit, he goes out there. I guess he wants to try to keep himself relevant, but fight. If you go out there, Jones, your last few performances weren't that impressive.
Yeah, not a light. Yeah.
Like, you need to go back out there and remember, show people who you are. You're rested. You're recovered. Right? Go up. You want these heavyweights? You want to roll with the big boys?
Yeah.
I think he regrets that decision.
And he lost to Dominic Reyes.
I think so too.
And here he
Santos
smoked that guy.
and Santos was close.
Yeah.
He had a split decision in that fight. That was a guy with no knees.
Yeah, he fought. Who's the white guy from Sweden?
Gustafsson.
Gustafsson.
That was
Yeah,
his
those
last
two
dominant
fought
performance.
right.
That was his last dominant performance. The second one, right?
The second one.
And Anthony Smith was pretty dominant too.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I'm not going to question where Jones is in history. He's in the top fighter of all time conversation, every conversation you have. But currently, are you? What are you right
Yeah,
now?
you're not doing
What are you
anything
right
right
now?
now.
Come out and prove it. If you want to be a part of the current game. If you want historically, you're locked down. Your spot is cemented. But what are you right now? And you don't want that smoke.
No.
You don't
no.
want
You
that.
don't want that.
You don't want that smoke.
I don't know.
John
He's
Jones.
in the middle of a divorce, and I don't know. He needs to Kobe Bryant up and like start getting his head in the game. You know.
John Jones is just a particular character, man. He's a peculiar, I should say. He's puts himself in bad positions.
So what's up with Darren Hill?
Darren Till pulls out of UFC London
Undisclosed
against
injury.
Hermanson.
I mean, his body breaking down.
You can't
Is there
defend
anybody
the
who can jump in and
Those
take
shirts,
that?
They're fucking calling me out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they want you to buy me.
They heard me. They heard me say I'd buy those shirts. That's why I want everything now.
Man.
I mean, Darren Till had a ton of. I think he still has
Chris
some
Curtis.
potential.
Early rumblings have Chris Curtis. Give me Chris
think he-
Curtis.
I think, but you gotta quit giving him grapplers. You know, let him.
I mean, he has
stay-
been working Hamza lately. I just don't know
Yeah,
if
but-
his body could take the training. He keeps getting hurt in training.
Yeah.
Well,
29 years old. I think there's still a lot on the table for him still, but I don't know where his ceiling is anymore.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got rust.
Because the win against Cerrone ain't looking too good now. You
he
know?
was the favorite against Tyron Woodley in that fight. He went in the fight for the title.
Was he the favorite?
Yes. I think Woodley fucking choked him the fuck out.
No, he knocked him out, right? Then
That's a club and sub, I think.
yeah. And then Masvidal smokes him.
Yeah. And it's been downhill. And then
Yeah.
he was in there with Whitaker. That was a tight fight.
Yeah.
It was a tight fight. But yeah, I mean, fucking Blon Brunson fucking manhandled him.
Yeah.
Again, hopefully he gets his shit together. He's a great guy. If he does get his shit together, he could do a Bisping. You know, Bisping resurrected his career late. Maybe he just got to lose an eye. How fucking shitty
He
are...
might have it. It's an
How
undisclosed injury.
shitty...
We don't know.
How shitty are these fucking like doctors and inspections? They can't figure out this fucking guy has one eye.
I
What
mean,
are they doing?
They probably knew. I kind of feel
You
like
can't pass
how
that law.
how do you tell a guy who is ranked top 10, a legend in the fucking UFC that like no, I'm not going to let you fight? Like he's a grown ass man. If he wants to fight with one eye,
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys that they don't let fight. They stop shit. They say your cut's too bad. We can't do that no more.
Dana's just giving stacks of 10 grand out to each.
They thought they were
going
to stop Max for that cut he had.
That was bad.
Yeah, but if he don't want to stop, why stop it, right? That was a fucking gash.
Yeah.
I think it's a little different when you're in the middle of a fight. Like there's a lot of pride involved, and even if you do want to quit, you might not say
Dude,
even though you shoot
with one eye closed today. Right?
listen, me driving home without my glasses is a question mark.
Well, that's different too. But just close one of your eyes with your glasses on. It's a whole different world.
Right.
Like
Depth
anything
perception.
coming from this side, he can't see. Like
Right.
he can't. So that's boom, boom, boom. He's won a title doing that shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Darren Till, man, Bellator. Bellator loved some
That
Darren
$1
Till.
million contract.
Yeah.
Right?
PFL.
Who just fucked up?
I don't know. PFL. UFC
Eblin.
stars.
Eblin just fucked up Musashi.
Yeah.
He beat the fuck out of Musashi. That was a great fucking
UFC stars ain't doing too
performance.
good in PFL.
I mean, what's his name? Corey Anderson's dominating that motherfucker.
No, he's in Bellator. I mean
Oh,
PFL.
PFL, you
yeah.
said. Yeah.
They're getting their ass kicked over there.
Verdum won.
Verdum did.
Right, it went no contest. They erased that because he won that fight
No.
because that guy tapped.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they reversed that.
Yeah.
They didn't reverse it. They had no contest.
Mm.
Yeah,
Alright.
fucking
That was a
Darren
while
Till
ago,
lost his
though.
eye.
All right,
You hear it
guys.
here first. Darren Till lost his eye. Next Bisping. Allegedly.
Aspinall loses his.
Well, that'll finish us off today for In the Good.
There should be a constant update of Patty's weight.
Well, I saw a thing of his last 5 weeks every week, and he's cutting weight. He's doing it.
All right. I mean, he's never
When's
missed
this
weight
fight? When's this
before.
fight?
It's on the London card.
Oh,
yeah, it's
shit.
on the London card.
Yeah, fuck up Jordan
2
Levitt.
weeks?
He's gonna fuck
We'll
up
see.
Jordan Levitt.
Maybe.
Twerk City.
Jared Vanderer, you heard it here, folks.
Lock of the night.
You fucking got balls on your vacation. It must have been a great vacation, man. I've been a fucking Vanderer backer.
We'll see.
I don't believe in Sherman.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't believe in either one of those motherfuckers.